So what are you telling yourself on a day-to-day basis? What are your words? What is the consciousness around the words that you're using? Now, the easiest thing that we can actually change is our language. Sometimes it's really, really hard to change our thoughts, but we can actually very quickly and easily take control of our language. And it's one of the fastest ways to actually change how you feel, change your state, and start seeing new opportunities and connecting yourself to new possibilities and to connect to new things. So let's first go back. Why are words, sounds important? Now, if you think about both Western science and Eastern philosophy as well, Western science says that the universe was created with the Big Bang. So there was a big sound, a Big Bang, that then created the universe. Okay, so sound is seen as the vibration or the root cause of creation. Yeah, so something has to start as a sound, as a vibration, before it can then turn into solid matter. Yeah, now I am not a scientist, but in very simple terms, the Big Bang over in Western science says that the Big Bang is what created the universe. If we then look at Eastern philosophy, in Hindu philosophy and religion, we say Om created the world, the sound Om. Everything is born from Om. It's known as the primordial sound, the sound of creation. I actually have a friend who, when she was giving birth, she naturally started to chant Om as she was giving birth to her child. So really connecting to that energy of Om, it takes you back to the root, it takes you back to the center of creation, and then you can create what you want. So this now relates. So if we think about sound as creating everything in our world, how do we use sound on a day-to-day basis? We use sound by what we say, right? Sound by what we say, but also by what we listen to. So what do you say to yourself? What are you saying to others on a day-to-day basis? And does that contradict with what you want? So I remember going over to a friend's house actually, and she was struggling. She was in a new business, struggling to make the business work. And I remember her house being really, really nice, like beautiful house, lovely decor. And throughout our conversations, all she said to me constantly was, I'm so skint, I'm completely broke, etc., etc. And as I listened to her speaking, I just thought, well, it's not a surprise that your business isn't going anywhere, because you're constantly telling yourself and telling everyone who's listening to you that you are broke. And we're hearing that. So I'm hearing that. The universe is hearing that, but also you're hearing that. And the more you say that, the more you're generating that energy, that vibration of broke and skint and can't afford it. And the more you say that to yourself, the more you're making it true for you. Because when you say it, you're saying, universe, give me more of this. This is where I'm at. I am broke. Give me more broke. But not just that. Your thoughts will continue to play on that loop until you interrupt them with something different. So sound is it's the seed of creation inside of us, and we can use it for good or to destroy and to push away what we want. So it's really important to take control of what you're saying to yourself, but also what you're saying to others. Your words have such power. They create. So if you think about it, say a word to yourself now. When you say a word to yourself such as depressed, say that word depressed. Say that word depressed. What do you feel in your body? What do you feel? You start to feel depressed. If you keep saying the word depressed, it's a mantra, it's an affirmation, you start to feel that feeling. When you say the word happy, it kicks off an emotional, physical, spiritual reaction, mental reaction in you. Happy, 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 right? You feel that in your body. You start to feel that feeling of being happy the more you say it. So your words are so, so important. It's important to really self-manage what you're saying, because you are creating more and more of whatever you say. So very, very, very important to change your language to what you do want. And it does take self-control and it does take discipline. Okay, so if I use the example of the person I was speaking about, try subtle shifts, okay? What I would advise her to do is to start saying, you know, I'm growing my business. I'm building my business. I'm starting to see opportunity. I can feel myself attracting what I want. Yeah? Notice when you say that, even if you just do that with me, the body starts to open up, right? The heart center, the chakra, the most powerful chakra for manifestation, starts to open up. The spine becomes straighter. We feel better. We start to feel better when we say like really good words to ourselves. And remember, the law of attraction, it's actually not about thoughts. The law of attraction is about feeling. It's about what you're feeling. And actually, I'm going to go a level deeper than that. The law of attraction is actually about consciousness. Where is your consciousness when it comes to what you want? So, if your consciousness is at the level of I'm broke, I'm skint, your consciousness, which is your spirit, what's happening in your spirit around money and abundance is I'm broke, and then you can't see the opportunities around you. Your brain starts to shut down. You can't actually see other possibilities because you've told yourself the most powerful command. And when you say to yourself, I'm starting to grow my business, I'm starting to see opportunity, or I'm very soon going to find the next job that I want, I can feel it's close. When you start to say that, initially it will feel like a bit of a struggle. It will feel like it's not true. But actually, the more you start saying it, just like a mantra, just like an affirmation, it starts to feel true over time. And then your thoughts start to change, what you attract starts to change, but most important, people start listening to you differently and start seeing you differently. They start seeing you as a bit more positive. They then might have an opportunity they want to bring to you. Yeah? So if somebody knows you and has a job that they could refer you to, or a client that they could refer you to, if you're showing up to a conversation and saying, hey, I'm so broke, I'm so skint, nobody really wants to refer business to someone like that. Versus someone who says, you know, I can really feel opportunities are close. You want to help that person. You want to give them that thing. The universe is just like that too. It's listening to you. It's perpetuating what you're saying. It's giving you more of that. So be really mindful about your thoughts. So start self-managing. Start becoming really aware. Catch yourself mid-sentence when you start saying things like, I'm broke, I can't attract this, men are this. Whatever your thing might be, catch yourself mid-sentence and stop. And I would also say, to go one step further, if you find yourself around people who are saying things to you constantly which go against what you really want, you might want to distance a little bit, or not have conversations around those subjects, around those people. Because again, you're hearing those words. Now, unless you do a lot of meditation and yoga and spiritual practices, you can start to block out that and protect your energy and do that. But a lot of us take in what we hear from other people. We take it in. At some level, we take it in. And the more we start to hear that from other people, the more we start to believe it, and the more our thoughts start to change as well. And then on top of that, if we're saying the same to ourselves. So become really mindful about the sounds you give to yourself, the words you say to yourself, but also the sounds you're taking in from other people as truth. An example is cost of living crisis at the moment. There's no opportunities out there. You might find your friend circles saying things like that. I'm not saying it's not true. I'm not saying it's not a fact. But I'm saying you can start to shift your focus actually on other things. Because actually focusing on that is not going to help you see solutions to your situation. So really become mindful of the sounds you're taking in. Even the music you're listening to. Even the movies you're watching, right? We're taking at some level, it's called prana, life force. So it's inside of us, but it's also external. So we take in prana, we take in life force, and life force is what creates, it's what manifests. So become really mindful about the sounds, about the words, about the things you're taking in, and also the words you're feeding yourself. Mantras are really powerful for this, right? Mantras are really, really, really powerful. In fact, The Sanskrit mantras, they're actually designed vibrationally for different chakras, for different things. So look into the Sanskrit mantras. I will do a video at some point about the mantras and why they're so powerful, because they work at this energetic level which really can shift what you attract to you. But also affirmations, right? Affirmations are really powerful. You can start to incorporate an affirmation into your life, which is exactly what you want. Something like, opportunities find me every day. I'm in the process of attracting love. My heart is abundant. My soul is abundant. Everyone around me wants to give me opportunities. Money loves me. Yeah? But when you say it, this is the most important part, because I have sometimes clients who say, well, I did the affirmations and they didn't work. There's actually no such thing. Yeah, there's no such thing. To know if an affirmation is working, you say it, but you really, really feel it. You have to really, really feel it. So when you say to yourself something like, my heart is abundant, that's actually fundamentally true. Your heart is abundant, your soul is abundant. It just is. That's just how we've been built. But you have to feel that in your body. So when you say an affirmation, the trick is, don't say it robotically. Practice saying it until you start to feel the energy of the words you're saying, because actually the power lies in the energy. Because when you start to feel the words you're saying, you're connecting to the consciousness, and consciousness is everything. Yeah? What do I mean by consciousness? So when you think about the law of attraction and someone says to you, if you're a big law of attraction, read a lot of books, you will know in the law of attraction they say, well, it's like a radio channel, and if you're listening to the radio, that's the broke radio station, you're tuning in at that level, you're dancing to the broke tunes, you keep yourself broke. But you can choose to tune in to Abundance FM, right? If you're listening to Abundance FM, you start to tune into that frequency, you start to listen to that frequency, you start to feel that frequency, and then that's what you start to attract. Okay? So I'll do more videos on consciousness, because consciousness is actually everything. And to be honest, once you start to tune in to the consciousness of what you want to attract, which is all the law of attraction is ever trying to get you to do, tune into the consciousness, tune into the frequency. Once you start doing that, you feel you've got your thing anyway. You feel full. You feel like it's already in your life. You don't feel lack. And then it comes to you. Always comes to you. So start off there. Start off with mantras, affirmations. Change the things you're saying to yourselves, okay? So really, to recap, start to change your language. Become so mindful of what you're saying. It's just so crucial. I can't state it enough. Really start to manage your language. What are you telling yourself? It needs to change if it's against what you want. You're creating dissonance. I want this, but I'm saying this. You're not going to get both. You're going to get one, and you're probably going to get the one you're telling yourself. Okay? All the vision boards in the world won't help you if your words are going against what you want. So change your language, become mindful of what comes out of your mouth, become mindful of what you take in from other people and what they're saying, and whether you're blindly believing that and taking that on as your truth, and start to work with affirmations and mantras that help you, that take you towards what you really want to attract. Okay, this has been Pooja L Dhiman. I hope you like this video. I hope I've encouraged you to think about your words and to think about what you're saying to yourselves. And there's an experiment called the No Complaints experiment. You might want to look that up. It's a very powerful, very useful thing to do, and can really shift your energy if you have the habit of complaining, which I know I did, and I try to be careful around it. Please like, comment, subscribe and share. It means the world to me, so please do. And if you like my content, drop some comments, let me know what you liked, what resonated, any questions you have, reach out to me. And if you want to work with me, I will put some links in the comments as well. So nice to see you. Say beautiful, affirming words to yourself and watch your life transform. See you soon. Bye.